But first, I want to say the Chiefs give tight end Travis Kelce a significant raise in a new 2-year deal, $34.25 million, $17 million fully guaranteed this season, and the rest of it is guaranteed on the third day of the 2025 league year. My question is, now Travis Kelce is worth more than this to the Kansas City Chiefs because of the Tay-Tay stuff and his jersey sales and his commercials and his celebrity status. Right. Is this the end of him?
Yes.
These are the last 2 years.
Yeah, well, so this contract extension will go all the way through 2027. He will retire, in my eyes, somewhere between this season and 2027. He's going to be, 35, I believe, at some point through this year, so that puts him at the end of the contract at 37, 38. He's already started to lose a step. It was very clear this year he lost a step. What people don't give him enough credit for, because when they see him and they see his personality, they think, oh, big dumb football player, big dumb jock, guys running around hanging out.
No, that's the Rob Gronkowskis of the world. That's our jock bro.
He's actually one of the smartest football players.
Well, yeah, I mean, it's the age-old thing. I don't mean to bring this up. We all know this. He played quarterback in high school.
Right.
That's why he's so good out in the flat, because he knows where a quarterback's looking for him, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera.
Half the time, he's not running the right route. What he's doing is he knows the defense and he runs to the open spot.
There are no routes for him.
Exactly. Yeah. And so what they're doing, and I think it's really smart, you overpay for him a little bit at the end of his career. It's smart because this shows other veterans that you are willing to overpay if you think, as a franchise, that player is going to help you in the long run. But then also you're paying him a little bit on the back end for the success he had before and for staying loyal to the franchise. The other thing that you're doing is you're going to have a lot of very, very young wide receivers. Rice is very young. He's going into his second year. You just drafted Worthy. He's going to be a rookie, right? Sky Moore's only been in the league a couple of years. Even Kadarius Toney, who has been atrocious.
The whipping boy.
He's been there. He's been in the NFL for 3 years, right? So you have all these young
a lot of room to grow there.
You have a lot of young wide receivers. Use Travis Kelce, arguably the greatest tight end to ever play the sport. Let him impart some of his wisdom on these players on how to find open spots, how to find open places for the quarterback to hit you with the ball. Now, he's not going to be able to help you catch the ball or what to do with the football after you've caught it, but I do think that you can still learn a lot from Travis Kelce at that wide receiver position, even though it's a slightly different position. And if Travis Kelce wins one more Super Bowl, we are really talking about him being the greatest tight end of ever.
I think the only thing you're right. I'm giggling because it's like, oh my God, if that guy wins another Super Bowl,
he'd be my bet. Like, if you had to put money on it right now, I give you $100, Patrick, and I said you have to gamble this on a team to win the Super Bowl. Are you picking any other team?
No. Then I got to listen to the Mahomes, Brady stuff.
It's going to come. It's going to keep coming.
Stuff.
But you're also...
I like to say stuff.
You're also seeing, though, what truly is the first iteration of Mahomes having to go from one type of team to another.
Yeah, that is true. And that's a whole different conversation. I think what concerns me the most about this deal is... And I know, you gotta love Mahomes for this, that he is willing to restructure and move some money around to make sure we can get guys. I just know that they are gonna find themselves in cap nightmare.
Yep.
And Travis Kelce might be a reason for that. And you don't want to see this happen where day one into the 2025 league year, or 2027 league, 2025 league year, he is cut. I don't want to see it end that way because they realize they're in cap nightmare.
I also don't think it can end
because that's like the most NFL thing in the world.
Yeah,
our beloved greatest tight end of all time. Yeah, we cut him.
Yeah, but I don't think that happens in this situation because there's a lot of times that players are beloved or players play for a long time, but Bobby Wagner last year, albeit very, very good in Seattle, it's very clear that he has lost a step.
Yeah, he's
tackles that used to be tackles for a loss are now tackles where the guy gets 3 or 4 yards. And there's nothing wrong with that.
Going backwards instead of forwards now.
Right. There's a place for that still in the NFL, and that's why he's going to keep getting 1-year deals, but he's not Bobby Wagner of old. But you know what the Seahawks didn't do? They didn't cut him, right? How often do you see someone so instrumental in your success to this degree get cut. It's a lot of times where it's, hey, they were really good for like a 2-year period and then they got hurt and then they got cut. Travis Kelce, they're going to let him retire. It's the same thing as Jason. Jason didn't really take a step back, but if Jason had came back this year,
we would have seen a decline.
And exactly, there would have been a decline, but you're not going to cut him. They're not going to get rid of him in that way. They're going to let him ride it out, and then they're going to strongly imply that he should retire at the end of the offseason.
Travis Kelce, the greatest wide receiver, greatest tight end of all time.
He's in the conversation.
I mean, I love Tony Gonzalez. Antonio Gates was a monster. And let's not forget the physical, absolute specimen that Rob Gronkowski is. That guy, if that guy's not on steroids, I am shocked. Like, that dude is a freak.
Do
y'all remember how good Aaron Hernandez was?
You can make the argument.
Dude, I liked him more than Gronk.
I was going to say, you can make the argument at tight end he was more instrumental. Rob was a better blocker.
Yes.
Aaron Hernandez and what they could do with Aaron?
Deadly.
Well,
I wouldn't be Jesus. I wouldn't be surprised if Belichick dropped those rumors himself.
What's that?
I wouldn't be surprised if Belichick dropped the rumors about all of that bad stuff about Hernandez coming out before the draft himself. I mean, I know he was already on
tinfoil hats. I like it.
Well, he was already taken off of some teams' draft boards, but he was probably still on the Cowboys, the Patriots, the Raiders, teams that really don't care about character traditionally. And
I like tinfoil hat.
Yeah, I think that one of those three guys probably sent a couple of messages out there and got some headlines. Well, look who dropped to him.
When you look at Travis Kelce's yardage, all-time tight ends, he is fourth. He is 500 yards away from Antonio Gates at 11,841.
He was just shy of 1,000 this year.
He is a little under 2,000 yards away from Witten. Probably not getting. Maybe he would. Tony Gonzalez, he's 4,000 away from.
Tony's one.
Tony is one. Tony has him beat. Guess how many games played he has more. Tony has more than Travis.
35.
110.
Get out of here.
Whoa.
Tony Gonzalez 270 games
Dude,
played.
he played till he was like 40.
Travis Kelce has 159 games played.
See, the only reason I think Travis could break that is because Pat's throwing to him.
That's true.
Yeah.
It's nice when you got that guy chucking.
That's so insane.
So maybe what you're telling me is that he is a bargain.
That's right.
He's actually a bargain.
You're telling me I can get this guy at this age for this amount of money, $17 million a year? I'm taking it.
Yeah, plus his girlfriend too.
They're gonna make all that and then some. If they can get
if they
Taylor
split, do you
Swift
think
to
he
show up-
sucks at football?
What if he gets better? He has like a career resurgence.
He catches like 3,000 yards.
He's like, I will not
65
leave.
touchdowns, 3,000 yards.
He's like, she might be the best singer of her era, but I will make damn sure I am the best tight end of all time era.
Whoa.
Ever.
Back it up.
Money-wise.
Maybe best entertainer of their era.
That's a better.
Yeah, I've heard chicks at the karaoke bar that hit better notes. Hell,
Here come-
Schultze hits better female notes than Taylor Swift.
Here come the Swifties.
All right.
Swifties get Patrick.
Come after me. I'm a man. I'm almost 40.